Which industries have found it most useful so far?
Obviously, we're a market research company, so we're focused on research. That's really good for understanding moments. Technical superiority is very important to our clients. We've worked in healthcare, because healthcare is a massive opportunity for ClickScape. Trying to understand people's relationships with medication is very difficult to track, and ClickScape can do that. But POV research is priceless. You can count anything. You can count how many times people think about sex, how many times people think about coffee, how many times people think about smoking, or all three combined if you wanted to. So it's fantastic for advertising, but also understanding how your advertising is working. You can put a tracker out there on ClickScape, which is click this button every time you see this advert. Yes, if you engage with it too, if you didn't really care. So priceless content to an advertiser trying to understand how their adverts are performing. There's so many applications that ClickScape can help within.
Of all of the different cases, what's the one that's made you smile, or you thought was the best?
So for me, it has to be proving superior technology in antiperspirants. That is where ClickScape was born. It was a combination of two ongoing projects with different clients, both visionaries, both experts in their field. One was a provider of fragrance and scents and knew that their technology and their formulations outperformed their competitors, but just couldn't prove it. And the only way they could prove it was to measure frequency of smell events. And then, so that was one conversation I had. Another conversation I was having with another client who were correlated because one serviced the other, was how do we prove that this story we're being told would perform in the real world? Over the course of 6 months, we developed a methodology where ClickScape is a button that they wear. We teach people how to use it. We then teach them that a mission isn't really traditional market research. There won't be a questionnaire. You don't have to do anything other than click this button. That's all we need. We promise. That's enough. And the data just lit up.
My favourite use case for ClickScape is actually one we've done quite recently, and it was sort of our first venture into the healthcare space. So we actually had someone who was recently diagnosed with fibromyalgia, and they were kind of struggling with the condition. There's no real treatment. It mainly focuses on managing the symptoms and understanding the triggers. So we implemented ClickScape. Essentially, we gave them a button to click for a week and asked them to click whenever they experienced symptoms. And what this did was just uncovered a whole wealth of data for this person that they could use to talk with their healthcare providers, to start understanding when they need to take breaks, because we could see trends in the data. And that was just so eye-opening into the potential of what ClickScape can do in sort of the wider healthcare industry, especially with symptom tracking. And I think for me, sort of speaking with the participant we had, because we ran an interview with them, just listening to the power that the data, and it's just data, it's just a tool to collect that data and have it visualised for them. The power that gave them was just really, really special and quite emotional almost. It was our tool actually for the first time. It sort of became real that we can start to use this to potentially help people in the future.